I paid off my wife's $120,000 of debt. Every single cent. I sold my car. I worked 2 jobs for 3 years straight. I canceled our dream vacation to Hawaii twice. I skipped meals to save money. I wore the same 3 shirts for 2 years because I couldn't afford new clothes. I did everything a husband should do. Everything a partner is supposed to do when the person they love is drowning. I thought I was saving our marriage. I thought I was the hero of our story. I thought that years from now, we'd look back on this time and laugh about how hard it was, but how we made it through together. I was so stupid, because the day I discovered where that money was actually going, the day I found out the truth, that was the day I realized I hadn't been saving my marriage at all. I'd been funding another man's life, paying his rent, buying his groceries, financing his dates with my wife. And if you've ever felt like you were giving everything to someone who was secretly taking you for a fool, you'll understand exactly how this felt. Let me take you back, not to where the betrayal started, but to where I thought everything was perfect. 3 years ago, my wife Sarah and I had been married for 5 years. We lived in a modest apartment in the suburbs. Nothing fancy, but it was ours. We had our routines. Sunday morning pancakes. Friday night movies on the couch. We talked about having kids someday. About buying a house with a backyard. I loved her. Not in that explosive, movie kind of way, but in the quiet, steady way that makes you feel safe. Like you found your person. And then one night, everything changed. It was a Tuesday. We had just watched our favorite show. Sarah turned off the TV and just sat there, staring at nothing. I asked if she was okay. She started crying. Really crying. The kind where you can't catch your breath. She told me she had a secret. Something she'd been hiding since before we even met. Student loan debt. $120,000. She said she'd been paying the minimum for years, but the interest kept piling up. She said she felt like she was drowning, that she was ashamed. She looked at me with these red, swollen eyes and told me she would understand if I wanted to leave, that she should have told me before we got married. And in that moment, I made a choice. I held her face in my hands and told her, "We're in this together. You're not alone anymore. I'll help you get out of this." She cried even harder, but this time she was smiling. She said I was the best thing that ever happened to her. Her parents came over that weekend. Her mom hugged me and called me a real man. Her dad shook my hand and said I was saving their daughter. I felt like a hero, so I got to work. I picked up a second job, doing overnight security at a warehouse. Monday through Friday, I worked my regular 9 to 5 as an IT consultant. Then Friday and Saturday nights, midnight to 8 a.m., I'd watch cameras and walk around an empty building. I sold my car, a 2015 Honda Accord I'd finally paid off, and started taking the bus. 2 transfers each way. My commute went from 25 minutes to an hour and 40 minutes. We stopped going out to eat. No more date nights. No concerts. I canceled our anniversary trip to Hawaii. Sarah cried, but she understood. She said, "Once the debt is gone, we'll go, and it'll be even better." I believed her. Every month, I sent $1,800 to what I thought was her loan servicer. I checked our budget spreadsheet and calculated how much closer we were to freedom. 2 years in, we had paid off almost $50,000. I was exhausted. I had lost 15 pounds. I had dark circles under my eyes that never went away. My boss asked if everything was okay at home. I told him everything was fine, that I was working hard for my future. I had no idea that future didn't include me. 2.5 years into this hell, I was at work when I got the email. Automatic transfer increased. I opened it. $2,500. $700 more than what we agreed on. I called Sarah immediately. No answer. I texted her. 3 hours later, she replied, "Yeah, sorry, forgot to mention. The loan servicer recommended it to pay it off faster. We're almost done." Almost done. That's what she said. But something felt off. She always checked with me before making financial decisions. When she got home that night, I asked. She didn't even turn around. "Oh, that? Yeah, the refinancing company recommended increasing payments. It's automatic. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I wanted to push, but I was tired, and I trusted her. That was my first mistake, but the feeling didn't go away. It sat in my chest like a stone. A week later, lying awake at 2 a.m., I got up, went to the living room, and called the bank. It was 2:30 in the morning. I told the night shift rep I wanted to review our refinancing. I gave her the account number. She went quiet for a long moment. Then she said something that made my entire body go cold. "Sir, I'm not seeing any loan or refinancing attached to this account. What I see is a recurring transfer to an individual checking account." I froze. She continued, "The beneficiary is listed as Lucas R. These transfers were authorized by Sarah 18 months ago." Lucas R. I didn't know any Lucas. I asked for the full transaction history. She emailed it. I opened the PDF. My hands were shaking. The first transfer, November 2021, $1,200. Then December. Then January. Then March. They kept increasing, month after month. At the bottom, $45,670. I sat there in the dark, the laptop screen glowing in my face. And I realized there was no student debt. There never was. My wife had been funding another man's life with my money. I printed every page. Then I sat in my car for 2 hours. The sun started rising. I thought about every late night, every bus ride, every meal I skipped, the canceled anniversary trip. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed the full picture. That morning, I acted normal. Made coffee, kissed her goodbye, and then I started investigating. That night, while she showered, I checked her phone. Nothing. Every message deleted. Every call log erased. Email cleared. She'd been careful. But then I remembered our shared Google Calendar. I opened it. Every Tuesday and Thursday, study group, Emily's house. Emily, her best friend from college. In 5 years of marriage, I had never met Emily. Not once. She always said, "You'd love her. We should hang out." But we never did. The next study group was Thursday. 2 days away. I made a decision. I was going to follow her. Thursday came. I left work early and parked down the street so she wouldn't see me. At 6:15, she came out, wearing makeup, more than usual, and that black dress I always loved. She got her car and drove off. I followed. She headed downtown, the expensive part of the city. She pulled into the garage of a luxury high-rise, Riverside Towers. I parked across the street and waited. 10 minutes later, I saw her in the lobby. She pressed the elevator button. She looked happy. 20 minutes later, I saw movement in a third-floor window. Her silhouette. A man walked up behind her. Tall, dark hair. He wrapped his arms around her. She turned. She smiled. And they kissed. Not a quick kiss. A real kiss. The kind that tells you everything. I looked up the building directory. Unit 3B, L. Rivas. Lucas Rivas. The man I've been paying for. I wanted to storm up there. But emotional reactions don't win divorces. Evidence does. So I waited. For 2.5 hours, I watched them. Laughing. Eating. At one point, they danced. With my money. In his apartment. When Sarah finally came out and walked to her car, I stepped toward her. She saw me. Her face went white. Her phone slipped from her hand. I didn't say anything at first. I held up the printed statements. She whispered, "How long have you known?" "Long enough to know there was never any student debt." She tried explaining. She said Lucas was going through a hard time, that he needed help with rent and bills, that she didn't mean to hurt me. I asked her when she was planning to tell me she'd been having an affair and using our money to support her boyfriend. She didn't answer. Then Lucas came outside. He tried to say he didn't know she was married. I laughed. "You didn't know? You've been cashing checks from a joint account for 18 months. Sarah tried to defend him, said he was more sensitive than me. I cut her off. "I worked 70-hour weeks while you funded his lifestyle. I sold my car. I skipped meals. And he's the sensitive one." I told her we were done, told her not to come home, and I walked away. The next morning, I hired a divorce attorney. I brought the bank statements, the transaction history, the calendar screenshots. He told me it was fraud, marital asset fraud, because she used shared money to fund an affair. We filed immediately. Her lawyer tried, arguing the money was hers to spend however she wanted. The judge wasn't buying it. She had lied, created a fake debt, manipulated me. She lost. I recovered over $22,000. I kept the car. I kept the apartment. She got no alimony. As for Lucas, he disappeared. The moment the money stopped, he was gone. Sarah tried calling him. He ignored her. 2 months after the divorce, she showed up at my apartment crying, saying she made a mistake, that she loved me. I felt nothing. I told her she destroyed our future, and I closed the door. That was 8 months ago. Since then, I've been rebuilding. I got a promotion. I'm working one job now. I bought a new car. I started therapy. I've gone on a few dates. Nothing serious yet, but I'm open to it. Because I learned something. The most expensive debt you'll ever pay is investing in someone who only knows how to take from you. I spent 3 years sacrificing everything for someone who saw my love as a resource to exploit. But I'm not that person anymore. I know my worth now, and I won't settle for someone who doesn't see it. If you're going through something similar, if you're giving everything to someone who's taking you for granted, listen to me. You deserve better. You deserve someone who values your sacrifices, who respects your love. Don't wait for the moment of discovery. Trust your gut. Protect yourself. You're not responsible for someone else's lies.